Hey kiddos from my reading group, got some blue light blocking glasses here to try and help me not get so many headaches. This online stuff and being on the computer a lot has been giving me some really bad headaches. So if you guys are getting headaches, you might want to tell your mom or dad or your parents. That might be something they want to look into. Also, I have a couple of my fourth graders who've been wearing them and they've been helping them too. We had read the story about the sea turtle, and you've seen the video, and I talked to you about you had to write an advertisement for it afterwards. And I hope you use some of our figurative language, and we've talked about what figurative language is before, so I'm not going to go back through that and talk about that any longer. We're going to talk about how to summarize, which is something we've talked about before as well. And I just want to talk about it briefly before we start the next part that I want you guys to be working on. Okay, kiddos? So I'm going to go away so that you can see there. See? Now you can see it. Summarize. Number one, find the heading and subheadings. And a lot of times, this is especially in informational text or things that you're going to be reading that are giving you a lot of facts. So you're going to find your headings or your subheadings. The second part of summarizing is you find your main idea. You're going to remove unnecessary information. You're going to remove repeated information. And you will replace lists with general wording. Step 3 for summarizing is write short topic sentences. So you want them to be short, concise, and complete. 4, you combine topic sentences into a short summary. So if you're summarizing, these are the things you need to think about and do. First, find your heading and your subheadings. Second, find your main ideas, removing unnecessary information, removing repeated information, things that you hear more than once, and replace lists with general wording. And that takes you to the third step, writing your short, concise topic sentence. And the last step is combining your topic sentences into a short summary. A short summary is not very long. It's probably about a paragraph long, which a paragraph is 4 to 5 complete sentences, right, kiddos? All right, so the next part here is I want you to look at this. If this was in the HMH site, which I do have assigned to you on the HMH site, it will look like this. How can we reduce household waste? Notice and note number and stats. So your genre study is informational text, like I was just talking about, right? Looking for those headings and those subheadings. Informational texts give facts, examples about a topic. In argumentative text, an author states a claim about a topic and supports it with facts and details to convince readers to agree with the author's argument. Okay? Authors of informational text may organize their ideas using headings and subheadings. Authors of informational text may also organize ideas by stating a problem and explaining its solution. Argumentative texts include evidence, such as facts and examples to support the author's argument. So you're going to set your purpose. Think about the title and genre of the text. What do you know about household trash and how it affects our planet? What do you want to learn? And write your ideas below. So if you're doing this on the HMH site, I expect you to type in answering this question here. And then you will go down here to building more background knowledge. We're going to look at that here in a little bit, but I'm going to go through a slide with you about recycling. However, you can read it again on your own on our website. Now, if you're not working on the website and you're working out of your textbook, which I know some of you are, oops, that's not the one. Sorry. If you're working out of your textbook, it is going to look like this. It is going to be preparing to read. It has all the same information as yours does. However, you're going to write here in your book. Okay, kiddos, if you run out of room writing here, write over on the side, just like we do in class. Okay, now I'm going to go to that page that I pulled up before about recycling. All right, so recycling. Recycling is the process of using something again that might have been thrown away. Paper, plastic, and glass bottles, aluminum cans, some batteries, Used tires can all be recycled. Many new products contain recycled materials. Newspapers, paper towels, drink containers, and laundry detergent bottles can be made from recycled products. Recycling helps the environment by reducing the amount of trash that ends up in landfills. Now, this sign over here is something you will see that means that it can be recycled. And recycling, see here is one of our little, it talks a little bit more about this little pullout, right? So helps the environment by remembering to reduce, reuse, and recycle. And that is what this symbol means, kiddos. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. All right. Now I'm going to go back to our textbook online, which was this one, I do believe. And if you go to the next page online, here's the story that I expect you to read about how can we reduce household waste. And you need to think about the things for summarizing, right? After you go through and read all the way through, at the very end, and I did also assign this to you, you will be working on answering a few questions, right? You're going to have the collaborative discussion questions. Again, like I talked about, I know you're not going to be talking with anyone about these answers. However, I do expect you to answer them and do your best with them. If you're doing it on the HMH site, there will be a spot here for you to write it right online. And I do go through and read these because I've actually responded to a few of you who have written in here, and I've caught a few of you not typing very much, just a 1 word or 2 words. That's not an answer. We've talked about that before, right, kiddos? If you're doing it in your textbook, then your a family member or yourself needs to send me a picture of it, right? And I have been getting pictures of those from my kiddos too, which I appreciate. After you're done with that, you need to write a little skit. I did also assign that to you. And we've done that in class before, so this shouldn't be anything new for you. It follows in the same pattern in your HMH book, so you can do it in your book the same way as you would do it on the HMH site. Although on the HMH site, I get it right away, so I'm able to see it a little sooner, okay? All right, kiddos, so that is pretty much the last part of our lesson for the week. Next week, you're going to be having your spelling and your vocabulary words again, and those will be on Spelling City. If you can't remember your password for that, get back to me. I will make sure those get out to you. And you will also be working on some more things about our wonderful planet and how we reduce, reuse, and recycle. And you know what? This is so cool because it actually lines up with Earth Week. Totally cool, right? Okay, kiddos, so I really do miss you all, and I hope that you guys are doing okay. And even if I don't get to see you, at least know that I'm thinking about you, okay? Take care, kiddos.